Hey kids, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog, and I like chili dogs, and going really fast, and stopping Dr. Eggman, and... It's not what it looks like. Why? For what purpose, man? This gets exhausting, man. This gets exasperating. Like, what even is the thought process? To piss me off? Is that what this is? God is going to punish you for these sins, and I'm not gonna save you. I don't know. You look very stupid, man. I don't look stupid. You look very stupid. If you look up stupid in the encyclopedia, you get your picture, man. Now, they probably don't know what they were talking about when they wrote the encyclopedia. Wrote the encyclopedia? Are you slow? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Okay, it's just words and definitions, man. You don't write an encyclopedia. My God, you're stupid. You're so dumb. You get no bitches. You live with your parents. You smell like gasoline from Marathon, man. Harvard specifically called your ass so you wouldn't apply. I'm out. Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog was one of the many attempts to take down, at the time, the powerhouse of Nintendo's Mario franchise. Upon his first game in 1991, he was seen as an instant classic and definitely helped put Sega on the map. And especially in the early 2000s when Mario hit a rough patch of his own, Sonic was able to excel with some of his best titles in the entire franchise. Sonic Adventure 2 being the most notable one in 2001. But admittedly, Sonic has hit a little rough patch recently, as in the last 20 years he's been around. Many consider the good era of Sonic to be from the first game in 1991 to around Sonic Heroes in 2003. And while Shadow the Hedgehog in 2005 was rather polarizing, it was clear things were changing for the franchise. Not that much change, not that much! Sonic the Hedgehog became a joke so quickly. The games from Sonic 06 in 2006 to about Sonic Forces in 2017 are mostly considered bad games, with two of them in this era being considered amongst the worst games of all time. Depending on who you ask, some will throw Sonic Frontiers from 2022 into this era. But that game definitely received more positive reception than the others, so I won't discuss it, but let me know in the comments if you guys want to see a separate review. I'll gladly take a look. As for the others, it got ridiculous. That's not to say there weren't good games in this era, and that's why I'm doing this video today, but the good certainly outweigh the bad. And today we're going to take a look at most of the mainline games, starting with Sonic 06 up to Sonic Forces. I've got 9 games to cover, so let's get started. Alright, look at me. Alright, look right into my fucking eyes. We are not, this is a very serious video. This is a very serious video. You are not to laugh. Don't laugh at me. Don't do it. This is the dark age of Sonic the Hedgehog. Also, yeah, I'm in the basement now. I really don't have a choice. I mean, this is the best place for me to record. Okay, let's just be honest though, no matter how bad these get, they're video games, you know, we can't take them that seriously. I mean, none of them could be that bad, right? Ah yes, what many consider the absolute worst game in the entire Sonic franchise, and one of the worst games ever made. Yep. I'm gonna keep this one short because I don't have that much to say about it that hasn't already been said. Truth is, Sonic 06 is a glitchy, horribly controlled dogpile that desperately tries to salvage a pretty insane story. The gameplay just simply is broken. The camera is atrocious, the main hub world has like these bridges or something, and the camera will go crazy every time you try to go over one. There's times where the camera can't even keep up with Sonic and I have no idea where I'm going. This proves to make the levels incredibly difficult and just frustrating. You know the biggest tease with this game? How the opening cutscene is gorgeous and sets up a pretty decent story. I dare say that the redeeming factor of this game is the story is pretty good, if not completely crazy. But then the first in-game cutscene shows exactly what we're getting.
Why are you helping me?
One! I bet this game would have been passable if they didn't spend their entire budget on the opening cutscene. Elise isn't interesting enough in my opinion, so when we get around to having to save her, I don't really care. Keep her, Eggman, her voice is grating and she's just not interesting. But I'll go ahead and end that there because I do hear there's people in the Sonic community who do like her. I stopped playing after 20 minutes because that's how far I got. It's actually sad how I got completely lost, and I didn't want to look up a guide. I don't care enough about Sonic 06 to actually look up a guide. What, so I can play dog shit Zone 2? No, I don't care. The game is a mess, but we already kind of knew that. I want to take this video to talk more about the flaws of the other games, not the flaws of a game that's already considered amongst the worst. Simply put, you know what you get with this game, and that's all there is to it. Okay, well that's one out of the way. The next one can't be that bad, right? And now to a game that might not seem that bad on paper, but a reminder this was the game that followed the, at the time, worst game of the franchise. Needless to say, it's easy for you to see why this game didn't do well. One of the games I had on my grandma's Wii was, in fact, the 2007 title Sonic and the Secret Rings. On paper, this is really good, and has one of my favorite plot devices in any of the Sonic games, that adds a sense of urgency to the game. Sonic is cursed with a flame that, if it goes out, he dies. It still means nothing because you can finish the game at any pace. This was such a cop-out. We know he's fast, but he ain't invincible. Why add this cool but useless plot device that really doesn't do anything because you can play the game at any pace? Maybe have the levels be, like, timed a bit better or something like that. It would have made this whole curse thing worth it. Another thing I'm just gonna be honest about, remember, this and one other game are Wii exclusives. I had to emulate a good chunk of these titles. Yeah, I admit, I'm not buying a fucking Wii for Sonic and the Secret Rings, okay? But this and that other Wii exclusive utilized motion controls, because the Wii was like a one-trick pony that people just love to see kicked over and over. Look, the Wii is a fine console, and it's home to some of my favorites, but man, the motion controls are either fucking amazing or absolute shit. And I can safely tell you, it's the latter for this game. Okay, it's unfair to say that because this game was meant for a Wii remote and not an off-brand Xbox controller. So if I just imagine really hard that Sonic isn't stuck on the right side of my screen, maybe I can see these controls being good. This is a pain in my rectum, dude. I just want to finish one mission to feel accomplished. This is gonna suck, isn't it? The story is that this Eraser Jin guy, possibly the single lamest Sonic villain in the franchise, is erasing the pages from the book that Sonic is reading. Also, Sonic's reaction to this genie girl here is priceless.
What the?
Sonic, that's not what you say to a baddie, bro! Dude, don't say anything stupid, okay? Look behind us, dude. There's an 11 out of 10 big booty bitch. What the? We're cooked! I mean, the game works alright, way better than Sonic 06. I think the more linear level flow makes this way better as an overall product. In Sonic 06, due to the use of a hub world, I get lost on where to go. Here, it being linear, where you choose a level and it starts you there, is way better in my opinion. Makes for a much more fun experience than just finding where you need to go and getting frustrated when nothing adds up. Oh fuck, I have to go backwards by tilting the Wii remote towards me? Oh god. Yeah, this proved to be a pain in the ass because I don't have a Wii remote, so I had to stop recording, reconfigure my control settings in Dolphin, and re-record. And it still doesn't work, but it's better, so I guess there's that. Too bad they literally teach you everything level by level in the prologue. It got to the point where I only got through one of the actual levels. And when we got there, it got so annoying to control and I kept dying at the same point because the motion controls kept slinging me off to the side. Alright, I gotta fix this villain somehow.
The suitable punishment is in order then.
Whoa, punish these nuts! Okay, so is it fair to judge this game just because I couldn't play it right? Absolutely not. I just have to imagine how this game is with proper motion controls. And it seems fine. I recall it as a kid being way harder to control even with the motion controls, so the fact that I got this out of an emulated version of the game is honestly alright. The theme's fun, but I wish the villain was better. Overall though, I can't say I hated it, I just couldn't judge it properly. What? So, party mode. Sega, Sonic Team. Did we learn nothing from Sonic Shuffle? And it's exactly what it sounds like, it's a party mode and it sucks. There's this treasure hunt bullshit, the minigames are all so stupid. Hey guys, I'm stuck in a cloud. Guys, if you take anything from this video, it should be that if you're gonna emulate, actually have the Wii remote or something equivalent because it's a pain in the ass otherwise. Remember, the motion controls don't work as well on emulation, but oh, I remember. So my sources trust me, bro. These minigames suck. Even if I had a Wii remote, controlling them was such a bitch back in the day. Oh great, tilt the Wii remote I don't have. Awesome. You know, okay, listen. I guess you can ignore the party mode, and the game itself is fine otherwise, but there's that. Probably the most ambitious of this era, Sonic Unleashed offered a wearer hedgehog. Sadly, this proves to be the game's only gimmick. Off the bat, I hate this little red bitch. I seriously can't stand his voice.
You're the best, Mr. Monster Guy. I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog.
If this character ever made it to the movies, trust he'd be voiced by someone like Owen Wilson or someone annoying like that. Wow, Sonic, wow, we gotta hurry up and collect these rings, wow. Those movies would die so quick. Okay, so besides that, how's the game? Whoa, what the shit? Okay, so Xenia crashed on me and I'm not playing the Wii version of this game. I tried like 3 times, guys, I'm gonna be honest. Well, I mean, I'm not playing the fucking Wii version, alright? Sorry for the Sonic fans waiting on an Unleashed review, but wait a minute, it had a PS2 release, so it counts, let's do it. The PS2 version is a completely and utterly different game. First of all, the title screen, the opening level, this annoying shit. It looks like the guys who did the handheld games provided UI for the console game. Look, respect to the handheld games, but you have to know, those are separate ballparks, man. I found out that here, this little fuck, aka Chip, is one of those tutorial guides who stops you for everything. It babies you. Even Sonic 06 said, okay, they're not going to buy this game if they're not dressed like this, so we don't have to baby them that much. With that said, the Sonic stuff is pretty standard. I dare say passable considering the first 2 games in this video. The stuff about asking around town gets old, but it's passable enough. The Werehog stuff is pretty bad. Look, I get this game is starting to grow a following on its premise and certain nostalgic factors, but I think most of the Sonic community definitely knows the Werehog levels, aka the Night or Moon levels, whatever you want to call them, are some of the worst things possibly in Sonic history. How bad are we talking? They killed the game for me. For one, you go way slower, and it gets to a point where it can throw you off at points. Also, the swinging is goddamn atrocious. For as bad as the controls in Sonic 06 were, I ended up finding a rhythm. I seriously can't stand these levels, and it kills what was otherwise a decent time. It's not great, but Sonic Unleashed definitely deserves the small following it's gotten over the years. His arms, what do they do? Alongside Secret Rings, Sonic had a duology, often referred to as the Storybook duology. The second game in that duology was 2009's Sonic and the Black Knight. As with Secret Rings, this was a Wii title that utilized motion controls. I couldn't get past the first screen, this blows. I'm sorry, I'm not judging a game on gameplay videos, that's not fair. I have no other access to this game because I'm broke, so oh well. Sorry for the 6 Sonic and the Black Knight fans out there. Oh hell to the yes. To the only game in this era I was so surprised wasn't liked, Sonic Colors. I grew up with the Wii version of this game and I actually remember liking it okay. The colorful world, the fun gameplay. But I was also 11 the last time I played this game, so maybe I should just play it and see if it holds up over the decade later. Off the bat, this song fucks, alright? And we get thrown right into this tropical resort, and yeah, I really liked it. For one, I think this one took the perfect amount of open world exploration from Sonic 06 and the linear level flow of Secret Rings. Its gimmick, it's honestly not even that bad. See, there's these different wisps that give Sonic different powers, one being a kind of straight shot, there's a drill, plus a bunch of others. This makes for interesting strategies with each passing level. Hold on, what, is that motherfucking Sonic Simulator? Oh, this game just got way better. Yep, the game allows you to do sort of a mini-game with these robot Sonics. See, that's the shit we're looking for in these new Sonic games. Not Sonic Shuffle 2, not some lame gimmick that will ruin the game rather than save it. No, this stuff, little extras that elevate the experience. Oh, and I can customize Sonic 2? Okay, just the gloves, that's lame. I was originally going to stop after an hour of gameplay because I had to record the others, but after I'd gotten all the gameplay, I just went back and kind of recorded some more. That's how much fun this game really was. I think it's probably my favorite of the games I've played, and honestly, I don't mind saying it more than makes up for other blunders, especially the ones before this. For me, an absolute certified banger. I always heard such amazing stories of how great Sonic Generations was, giving the modern Sonic era a great story alongside paying homage to the classic era so many fans remember fondly. Yeah, that's about right. I actually really like this one. It's unique with its blend of modern Sonic, specifically from Colors, with the classic stuff from the retro era of Sonic, and it blends together so beautifully. I'll admit, I play Sonic Colors more than I ever play Sonic 2, so I always prefer the Act 2 stages, which is played as a modern Sonic game, over the Act 1 stages, which is more of the classic 2D feel. But the mixture makes for a great time, and even makes for a much more unique experience. For one, I love the variety of level design here. For how much I adore Colors, I do think its level design could get a little repetitive at times. Here, no 2 levels act or look the same, also on account of there being 2 ways to play each level. And once we got through the third major level, we start to see more stuff pop up. Wait, do my eyes deceive me? Is that motherfucking Sonic Pinball? Okay, listen, I love me some variety, so whoever decided to put Sonic Pinball in their game needs a raise and a promotion. I will not settle for less. A few problems I have is that the Knuckles treasure hunt thing can kinda get old quick, and the sound design overall isn't my favorite. At one point I take on Metal Sonic as a side boss. One of the biggest threats in Sonic history is just a side boss. He's also incredibly easy to beat up until the final stage. I also kept forgetting 2D Sonic doesn't have a homing attack. I don't know, I just kinda kept forgetting that, that's on me though. I also like the little cameos, and almost everything in this game pays good homage to the series. Think about it, this game came out in 2011, 20 years after the first game. So yeah, it's a cool thing to see all these little jabs and cameos that really felt like a perfect send-up to Sonic, both good and the bad. And what would we get for the 30th anniversary? A kick in the dick! Yeah, color me impressed. I really thought because the general consensus was that this was a light game, I wasn't gonna like it, but no, I really liked it. So hopefully the next game continues the trend. Sonic Lost World is a boring-ass game with nothing to say. It's not as bad as Sonic 06 or the Storybook duology, but it's also nothing on par with Sonic Colors or Generations. I'd say of all the games I've played, it's just above the duology in ranking. Visually it's cool, it really utilizes some cool technology by making the world cylindrical, giving a perspective we haven't really seen with Sonic that much. Sadly, the game is completely and utterly straightforward. It doesn't do basically anything that makes it stand out. It's so standard, I'd say it's just about Unleashed in terms of just being a standard Sonic game, and nothing else. Nothing funny here, so I'll just move on. Okay, so for being such a bad era of Sonic, it seems like we're getting to a point where at least they're average titles, so it must go up from here, right? I'm gonna shoot myself and make you all watch! Oh yeah, alongside Sonic 06, one of the worst games ever made. Sonic fucking Boom. For everything Sonic 06 isn't, it was at least a finished product. A messy finished product, but regardless, a finished product. Rise of Lyric is a glitchy, messy, completely unfinished mess. We get our problems almost instantly with my favorite Sega cop-out, Sonic dying. I've seen that blue fucker die like 20 times playing just these games alone. Do you really think I'm stupid enough to think this game will finally jump the shark? Yesterday? Why not the day before? At least change the font. That looks dumb. And oh boy, this game plays like ass. What's crazy is the controls are way better than Sonic 06, but I don't think that's saying much because, man, why the fuck is Sonic just hitting them? What happened to the homing attack? That was strategic and fun to use. This just makes it a hack and slash game. And don't you fucking try to make me think that Sonic was always meant to be a hack and slash. Oh, don't worry, combat's shit. We get to this temple and I finally get a good look at these new designs. I hate them. Funny enough, the pretty great Cartoon Network show Sonic Boom made fun of Sega for changing the character's design so drastically.
And they never should have changed the color of Tomatopotamus's legs.
Too bad that awesome writing isn't here because holy shit.
No time like the present.
Wait, there are presents?
No.
This puzzle shit gets so annoying and absolutely repetitive. I kid you not, I played the exact same puzzle 4 times, but with just one thing changed. For Sonic, Tails, Amy, and Knuckles. This making up most of the gameplay. Well, after that shit, time to collect some rings.
Nope.
Hey, guys, I was collecting some rings. Can I go back to them? I don't care about the story. It's Rise of Lyric. Yeah, sure, I have to collect the rings anyway, but honestly, that brings up another issue. In other games, when you get hit, you lose most, if not all of your rings. In this game, you lose like 2, and it ain't too hard to rack up 100 on the ass. This creates literally no challenge. And by the way, this repeating puzzle has no enemies but all kinds of rings, so there's no reason to collect the damn things. Especially considering you can't collect over 100 rings. Whatever, Rail, that's familiar territory. Why isn't he grinding? What fucking, have you ever played a Sonic game? He grinds on rails. That's pretty common knowledge. Whatever, and now we're fighting this snake dude. I don't care. I really stopped caring. Oh yeah, this game is open world. Sure, Frontiers was open world too, but that didn't suck and this does. It feels just empty. Like, they made an open world but didn't put anything interesting in it. Well, I've been recording for about 30 minutes and I'm over it. Gotta do the Game Grumps thing. Whoops! God, it's bad. Like, there's been bad Sonic games before this, but jeez. Talk about a mess. It's repetitive, changes way too much, and it's just awful. Truly awful. But is it worse than Sonic 06? Of course it is. For how bad Sonic 06 is, I didn't hate it and knew when to stop because I got lost. This is like the opposite. It babies you through it because that is what this is. It's a game for babies. Absolutely dreadful. I can't believe I even bothered with it. And to our last game of the night, Sonic Forces. I remember the hype this game got. This looked like the next big thing for Sonic, and the game to get him out of his ditch, damn it. Yeah, not only was Sonic Forces not liked, it got pretty shit on actually. Almost as much as something like Sonic 06. And now looking back on it 7 years later, we were way too mean to this game. Don't get it twisted, it's not great, but it's not on par with Sonic 06 or Rise of Lyric. For one, I actually really like the story. I know it's not for everybody, but Eggman wins and Sonic loses? That's backwards, but really cool. This almost warlike setting, these characters we've grown to love going to war with Eggman. That's actually really freaking cool. And what's this game's gimmick, you might ask?
Dummy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can create your own first Sonic OC. Yeah, that's what it is. Honestly, I think this might have played into why this game didn't do very well. The biggest problem is, it's not exactly expansive. Now, I'm not saying every game should have Baldur's Gate 3 or Cyberpunk's character creation menu, but this is very bare bones. This is my Sonic OC, he's called Xander. Because my name is Xander. can pander. Sure, the level design is similar to how colors got repetitive, but really is repetitive that bad? Okay, if the game's fully priced maybe, but I got it on sale, so whatever. My problems are there, but very minimal. I like the story. The gameplay is fine, I mean better than the last game. And I like that despite the bare bones character creation, my wolf character here isn't just a throwaway. He's there in the story. Look at him, Xander the Wolf. If only this nerd could bag Whisper, we'd be set. Really, I don't have that many problems with it. Sure, it's repetitive and really short overall, but the game still is fun at moments. And I hear there's a huge overhaul mod that completely changed the experience, so if you're into that, I'll leave a link in the description. For me, I don't know, it ain't perfect, but none of these are. Well, there we go. Truth be told, despite the problems I have with it, this era of Sonic still had some gems, and while I definitely have the ones I don't like, for every Sonic 06, Rise of Lyric, or Secret Rings, we do get colors, generations, and you know what, I'm gonna throw forces in there. I really enjoyed looking at these games, even when they sucked. And ladies and gentlemen, until next time, gotta do it to it. Fuck! What the fuck is wrong with me?